Dave, we're getting closer.
Right.
So we got to get more serious about how we're going to do on these elevations. I think it's time to dig this crawl space out at this point, and there's a couple reasons for that. One is we got a rain coming, and the last rain that we had
wasn't really good, was it?
Wasn't really good, that's right. I got a picture here. You can see just how flooded this was. I think Dave and I are standing on the high spot that would be about 2 inches above the water level at this point. So we're going to dig this out. We intend to build a levee around it. I may actually dig a little bit of a hole in it in one place so that I can get my temporary sump pump put in.
That's a good idea.
Right, and but we're going to get it, I think, down to our final interior dimension. I won't dig the 8 inches for the footer yet, but we'll try to get it. We'll use a laser to get roughly close for the office portion here. You know what's special about today, Dave?
What's special about today, Tim?
It's an all orange day.
Ooh, that means I gotta put my clown shoes on.
I tell you what, I'm gonna see if I can find a different hat.
There you go.
Let's get started.
It's a weird spot to turn the siren on.
Are they coming here?
No?
Now, the original plan was to make this a concrete pad here instead of digging it out like we're doing. So that's why we had this whole truckload of sand brought in to put over the remains of the old septic tank. But now that we've changed our plans, I've still tried to keep this sand somewhat separate, and the reason is it's good fill and it's expensive fill. So Dave's going to take a tractor, get that sand. It'll be combined, of course, with some dirt, but it won't matter. He's piling it over here. We're going to be using that to fill. If you look at our last video where we talked about it, the elevation is going to be significantly higher, so we're going to need a lot of fill. That's a good place for it. Meanwhile, we've got the laser out, and as soon as he gets some of this stuff done, I'm going to get the excavator in here and try to get this all down to the same level. We've got at least 4 inches to take out of all of it. And I think we can get by with using this dirt along with this sand as fill. We'll just use Ham, the little roller, to pack it kind of in layers and just make sure that we get it compacted down. And it'll have quite a long time to sit before we actually get concrete in it. What do you think of the little LX3310, Dave?
You know, I thought you guys complained about it not having enough power. Maybe the sand's real gentle, it digs pretty good, but I don't honestly have any complaints other than the ergonomics of this tractor. The shifter's rubbing on my foot. I've already scheduled the surgery to remove the lower half of my right leg so that I can work the big stupid pedal. But other than that, I actually don't mind it. Like, I got halfway decent visibility on it. The loader works real smoothly. It just, I don't like where it comes down in at the bottom there. And I actually think every time I fired this up today, I've enjoyed the sound of the Kubota diesel. Like, it has a nice little sound to it, you know?
It's 4-cylinder.
Ah, maybe that's what it is. I generally have a despise for 3 cylinders. 4 cylinders inherently run smoother. It just makes more sense than the 3-cylinder does.
Check out those nice tie downs right there. 511designs.com, use code TTWT. Those tie downs are very nice.
We have them on everything at this point, I think, except for the Yanmar Johnny 5.
I started with the foundation right under the block of the existing basement. And I'm attempting to move out a half a bucket width at a time and keep roughly the same grade. I'm sure I'm not very accurate. I'm not a professional at this, but it'll be close enough to get us started, maybe. My laser battery's dead, so I'm trying to dig it without a laser right now. We're letting the battery charge, and then we'll come back and I guess see how well I've done. That's kind of the story right now. I saw you fiddling with the laser, Dave. What did you see?
Yeah, I was trying to get the yellow one to work. I checked the batteries on it. They are charged, or at least one of them was. So that is something more than a battery issue on that one.
Yeah, we need to probably take it to the store and get it to work.
Then I was examining the other one to confirm that we could not, in fact, discharge it.
Yes, Christy, the TopCon one, the cats raked it off the top shelf in the container, but apparently it's not worked since then, that either Dave or I know of.
Hey, I got an email from summithydraulics.com. It said they're going to be increasing prices for the first time since 2021, and that's going to be effective in May. So if you're interested in some of those hydraulic kits you've been thinking about buying, now's probably the best time you'll ever see. Be sure to use code TTWT for an extra 5% discount.
We're expecting a pretty big rain tomorrow, and the last time we had a big pond here. So the idea is, by digging this out a little bit deeper, Dave, you can probably start building the levee now. Maybe I can start building levee too. We're gonna try to just create a pile of dirt here that we can keep the water from just running in here. I mean, it takes all the water from the shelter logic forward, from our property line behind the camera now all the way this direction. It all just flows right in here, and so we're going to have to try to get that to go around. That's just, we don't have any choice on that. So the idea here is just a pile of dirt. We'll probably, you know, run over it and pack it down a little bit when we get closer to being done, but just a pile of dirt that hopefully can keep water. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just hopefully it doesn't totally flood in here. And then probably in one corner here, I'll dig a little hole that we can put our sump pump in so that it will maybe be able to get started better. With the automatic float that's on it, it has to be about 6 inches in the water before it ever starts pumping. So we need to be able to start pumping by the time there's an inch or two of water in the main overall, quote, pond out here. And yeah. Anything else to say on that tractor, Dave?
The seat's uncomfortable. Currently, it's like causing my pants to ride up. I just can't seem to, it needs, I think if it had an air ride seat and I could raise it up a little bit, my knees would bend a little bit better. And then I noticed the sand, it picked that up just fine, but when I started getting these big old dirt clods, the loader did struggle to lift it. I think that was what your guys' complaint was, right?
No, the complaint was more the pulling power or pushing power right into the pile. Hear it whining there when you're pushing into that pile?
Right.
I start moving and Izzy starts digging in. Unfortunately, it's digging into my knee.
Now, Christy, spin around and get Tim doing it. Show off.
Yeah. I don't have any problem with slopes on this thing. Pucker factor is not much of an issue when I'm in this thing. I see my stake. I shouldn't run into you, Dave. What we looking, Dave? This is the moment of truth.
You are almost perfect and right here.
Wow.
I'm kind of up on a hump. There's a couple of lower spots around me, but I think you did pretty good.
Yeah, I assumed I would be off by a couple inches by the time I got 30 feet.
So, educate me. Is this our final grade, or is this just as far as we're going today? I mean, what more do you want done with this specifically?
So I think it's final grade. We will probably put some pea gravel in there.
Okay.
You know, so it may not be exactly final grade.
Right.
But I was thinking if we can get this leveled up a little bit, we might even get ham down in here at some point.
Okay.
I don't know. We don't have to do that.
Possibly power rake it, smooth it out, get ham in, roller flat, peat gravel, plastic, put the building on top.
So right where you're standing, we'll have to dig out for footers.
Right.
But that's a different thing. So this is intended to be where you and Christy are standing is intended to be essentially the final grade for the crawl space.
Sweet.
We would dig it on out and make a basement, except that our water table is so high that we would just have trouble keeping it dry. Let's get most of this out. What do you say? Or maybe break it toward me here a little bit. Something like that. Interesting thing is we haven't hit a piece of concrete from that old septic all day. I was assuming we'd end up having to dig out some of that old septic. What are those things in your hand, Dave?
Shovels, because we still haven't invented something to prevent us from using these.
You know, I had an idea there, but we didn't use it. I thought we could have got that howitzer in there sideways.
Yeah, until we nicked your pipe, that probably wouldn't have gone well.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't have gone well. But we've got this basically level. We've got a levee on 3 sides of it. We've dug a hole over here.
Form fitted to the bucket.
Yeah. It either looks like we just didn't want to dig any bigger than that, or that we really custom made it.
Custom made. I prefer the custom aspect.
But speaking of the custom aspect, check out the custom hose routing and electrical wire routing we've done here.
Wouldn't want it to touch the ground.
Well, actually, the point is that prior to this, the water in that hose would tip the bucket over.
Right, right.
So yeah, we had to do something different there.
Yep.
Now we need to show your work, Dave. You dug under that.
Yep. Got
underneath
the drain line.
I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't hit any of the concrete from the existing septic.
Yeah.
So we must have got it buried pretty good the first time.
It would appear that way. And I drove the tractor off into that, so.
Yep.
I mean, it sunk in 6 or 7 inches.
And the orange tractor even came out.
I had to put it in 4-wheel drive, so, but it did come out of there. It's got nice tires.
I tell you what, I love the orange excavator.
Yeah, that thing's fantastic. No complaints there.
It is top notch. Well, there's a couple of little things. There's always a couple of little things on any piece of equipment that you can pick at, but that is an enormously smooth, powerful, comfortable machine.
I think I've been spoiled in being able to run that. So
yeah, yeah. Okay, next up, we're going to try to cut concrete out, and we're getting there, Dave.
Oh yeah, slowly but surely. But we got to get on it. I mean,
we don't have long. People have been asking when the construction's supposed to happen mid-May. We'll see how that goes. You know, builder may be delayed via rain or other complications, so you never know. But it's supposed to be second week of May. Be a little later than that before you see any of it probably, but we've got a lot of stuff to do between now and then.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
Righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne. Love and faithfulness go before you.